Welcome. I'm Heather, an energy healer and channel from Divine Ascension Company. Tonight, we call upon Archangel Jophiel, whose name means beauty of God, and she lives up to it in the most profound way. Jophiel is the Archangel of beauty, joy, and creative thought. She is the one who helps you see beauty where you've stopped looking for it, in your life, in yourself, in the world. She is the patron of artists, creators, and anyone who has ever felt the sacred pull to make something. But her gifts go deeper than aesthetics. Jophiel works with your thought patterns, your inner narrative, the quality of your perception. She knows that what you see shapes what you experience, and that most of us have been trained to see problems, threats, and what's wrong far more clearly than we see wonder, possibility, and what's right. She is the antidote to mental heaviness, the archangel you call upon when you feel stuck in negative thinking, when the world seems gray and grinding, when you've lost access to joy and can't remember what it felt like to have it. She doesn't bypass reality. She expands your perception of it until beauty is visible again. Jophiel also works with creativity as a spiritual practice, not creativity as productivity, not making things to be impressive or earn approval, but the raw, sacred act of bringing something new into the world because that's what your soul needs to do. Tonight, Jophiel wants to help you shift perspective. She wants to restore your access to beauty, to wonder, to the particular joy that is native to your soul. She wants to remind you that you are, at your core, a creative being, and that creating is one of the most direct paths to the divine. Let yourself become lighter. Whatever weight you've been carrying in your mind tonight, let it soften for now. Let Jophiel in. Take a deep breath in and release. Another deep breath. And as you breathe out, let your face soften. Your jaw, your forehead, the place behind your eyes where mental tension lives. And we begin. Archangel Jophiel, beauty of God, keeper of creative thought and sacred joy, we call upon you now. We open this space to your light, your color, your irresistible sense of wonder. Jophiel, help us see beauty again. Shift our perception from the weight of what is wrong to the wonder of what is. Restore our joy, not the performed kind, but the real kind, the kind that rises from within without needing a reason. Unlock our creativity, not as obligation or output, but as the living, breathing language our souls were meant to speak. Bring your light into every dark corner of our thinking, every place where the inner critic lives, every stuck thought pattern, every belief that beauty and joy are for other people. Illuminate them with your presence and transform them. We welcome you, Jophiel. We open to your radiance. We receive your gifts now. Feel Jophiel's presence arriving, and you'll know it immediately because it feels different from every other archangel. It feels like the moment you step into a room and something beautiful catches you off guard. It feels like the light on water, like color after a long time of gray, like laughter you didn't know you were about to have. You might perceive her as bright golden yellow, warm pink, and deep violet, the colors of dawn, of flowers, of art that moves you without being able to explain why. You might feel a lightness in your chest, like something unclenching, a warmth spreading across your face, something that is almost the beginning of a smile. You might feel creativity stirring, an idea surfacing, a color or image or piece of music appearing in your mind unbidden. You might feel, for the first time in a while, like the world is bigger and more beautiful than you've been giving it credit for. That's Jophiel. She doesn't announce herself dramatically. She just tilts the light. Before we can access beauty, Jophiel says, and her voice is warm and clear and somehow both gentle and bright at once, we need to clear some space. The mind accumulates heaviness, worries that cycle without resolution, critical thoughts about yourself that run on repeat, the exhausting habit of scanning constantly for what could go wrong. These patterns aren't your fault. They're conditioned responses developed to keep you safe, but they have a cost. They make the world smaller. They filter out most of the beauty before it even reaches you. Jophiel begins to move through your mental field now, gently but purposefully. You might feel it as a kind of lightning in your head, a loosening of thoughts that have been very tightly held, a sense of the inner chatter becoming quieter. As each heavy thought pattern surfaces, Jophiel doesn't argue with it or force it to leave. She simply illuminates it, holds her light up to it until you can see it for what it is. A thought. Just a thought. Not the truth, not reality. Just a pattern that your mind has learned. And in that illumination, it releases its grip. Let the mental heaviness lift now. Let the critical voice get quieter. Let the anxious scanning ease. You don't have to solve anything tonight. You just have to let Jophiel work. Notice as space opens up where the heaviness was. Clean, clear space, ready for something better to fill it. Beauty, Jophiel says, is not something that exists in certain objects and not others. It is a mode of perception, a way of looking, and like any practice, it gets stronger the more you do it. You were born with this capacity fully intact. Watch any small child. They are astonished by everything. A puddle is a miracle. A bug is endlessly fascinating. The way light makes a pattern on the wall is worth stopping for. What happened to that capacity? It got covered, layer by layer, by the training to be practical, to be efficient, to filter out what isn't useful, by disappointment and loss and the decision made somewhere along the way that it was safer to expect less. Tonight, I want to restore that. Jophiel takes you on a gentle journey through your own life. Not the difficult parts, but the places where beauty lives. A person whose face you love, the particular quality of it, the way it changes when they laugh. a place that has always moved you, somewhere in nature, or a room, or a city street at a certain hour. A piece of music that reaches inside you and rearranges something. A memory that is simply beautiful. No lesson, no narrative, just beautiful. Let each one arrive fully. Don't rush past it. Sit in it for a moment and let your nervous system register. This is real. Beauty is real. It is here, woven through your life, even now. This is the practice Jophiel teaches. Not gratitude as obligation, but the active cultivation of perception. Training your eyes and heart to catch the beauty that is always already present. You are a creator, Jophiel says simply, not metaphorically, literally. Every thought you think is an act of creation. Every word you speak is creation. Every choice you make is weaving a new thread into the fabric of reality. But beyond that, there is something in you that needs to make things, to express, to bring into the outer world what lives in your inner world. This is not a luxury or a hobby. It is a spiritual function. When you create, you are participating in the same act that created the universe. Feel into your creative self, the part of you that has ideas, that sees possibilities, that is drawn to making things beautiful or true or meaningful. Some of you have been in relationship with this part of yourself for years. Some of you have let it go quiet under the weight of practical necessity. Some of you were told somewhere along the way that you weren't creative, and you believed it. Jophiel has no patience for that last story. She reaches into the place where your creativity lives, even if it's been dormant, even if you can't remember the last time you felt it, and wakes it up. You might feel it as a warmth in your hands, a tingling in your fingertips, an idea arriving, a color, an image, a sentence, a melody, a sudden desire to make something, anything. Let that desire be here without immediately deciding what to do with it. Just feel it. Acknowledge it. Let your creative self know it has been seen and it is welcome. Jophiel's blessing on your creative life. May you make things simply because you need to. May you create without needing permission or approval. May the thing you make always be enough, because you made it, and that means it was worth making. Joy, Jophiel says, is your natural state, not happiness. Happiness is circumstantial. It depends on things going well. Joy is different. Joy is the frequency of your soul, available regardless of circumstances, independent of what is happening in your external life. And you have felt it before. The moments when everything aligned and you were simply, unexpectedly, completely alive. Joy doesn't always arrive when you expect it or plan for it. It arrives in the gap between thoughts, between efforts, between one thing and the next. I want to help you access it now, not by changing your circumstances, but by shifting your frequency just enough to let it through. Jophiel works in your energy field. clearing the layers of accumulated dullness, the weight of routine, of disappointment, of the ongoing effort of being alive in a demanding world. As each layer lifts, something begins to surface from underneath, something that has been there all along, waiting. It feels like warmth, like expansion, like the particular lightness of a laugh that surprises you, like the sudden, irrational sense that everything is actually going to be okay. That's joy. Let it rise. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to wait until things are better. Joy isn't the reward at the end of hard work. It is available now, as you are, in this moment, in this imperfect, beautiful life. Let yourself feel it, even just a thread of it, even just the memory of it. Jophiel is weaving it back into your energy field. It will be easier to access now. The channel, once cleared, tends to stay clearer. Jophiel's presence fills the space with warmth and light, golden, soft, and radiant. It feels like being inside a painting at the exact moment the artist captured the light perfectly. Beloved creative, beloved perceiver of beauty, beloved one who carries joy in you even when you can't find it, I see you. I see the beauty in you that you sometimes forget to see in yourself. I bless your perception. May you see beauty everywhere you look, not because you are bypassing reality, but because you have expanded enough to hold both the difficulty and the wonder simultaneously. I bless your creativity. May you make things freely, boldly, without apology or excessive explanation. May the act of creating bring you back to yourself every time you do it. I bless your joy, the particular joy that belongs to you, that lives in the specific things that make you come alive. May you follow it. May you protect it. May you let it lead you somewhere wonderful. I bless your mind. May heavy thought patterns release their hold. May your inner voice become kinder. May you become as generous and patient with yourself as you are with the people you love. I bless your sense of wonder, the part of you that was astonished by everything as a child and is still, somewhere underneath all the practical adult layers, astonished. Feed that part. Let it out. The world needs people who can still be surprised by beauty. Call upon me whenever the world goes gray, whenever you can't find the joy, whenever the creative well feels dry. I am the shift in the light, the unexpected beauty, the idea that arrives right when you stopped forcing. You are more beautiful than you know. Your life is more full of wonder than you can see. So let yourself see it. And so it is. Jophiel's presence doesn't disappear so much as settle, becoming part of the light in the room, part of the quality in the air, part of the particular ease now living in your chest. Take a slow breath and feel what has shifted. The mental heaviness is lighter. The capacity for beauty restored. The creative self is awake. The joy present. Maybe quiet, maybe just a thread, but still present. All of it is real. All of it belongs to you. And Jophiel's gifts tend to compound. Every time you choose to see beauty, every time you create something, every time you let joy rise without shutting it down, the channel gets a little wider. Begin to bring your awareness gently back. Feel your body soft and warm. When you're ready, open your eyes and see if the room looks even slightly different, even slightly more alive, even slightly more full of the beauty that was there all along. Or let yourself drift into sleep, into the dreaming where Jophiel's creativity continues to work, planting seeds for tomorrow. Thank you, Archangel Jophiel, for your light, your beauty, your irrepressible joy. Thank you for shifting the perception. Thank you for waking the Creator within. Thank you for reminding us how to see. We are lighter. We are open. We are full of quiet wonder. And so it is.